This is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and this is the world's fastest production motorcycle in 1988, the legendary Kawasaki Ninja ZX10-1000. Rated for 135 rear wheel horsepower. It'll do just under 170 miles an hour with the Vance & Hines pipe on it. 6-speed transmission. This, my friend, is the thing memories and legends are made of. Listen to this thing. If that doesn't get you hard, you might be dead. This is one badass machine. I'm actually was a little shaky after riding it, man. It is so fast. I'm usually riding mostly Harleys and vintage bikes, so getting on this monster sure is an eye-opener. I guess what caught my eye first about this bike was the paint job. We bought this bike from David Kim. David's an 80 years old. He's a motorcycle enthusiast who just sold the building that he stored his bikes in, and we bought the whole collection. This was the flagship, the fastest one he had. He also had the 86 GSXR 750, the 68 Honda 250, and a whole truckload of other really cool bikes that we bought from him. David owned this bike. How long has he owned this one? Did you have the title? What did the title say? I think it's like...
Oh man, must be at least 8 years.
I'll write it up now, but David was a master mechanic. He went through the bike, tuned it up. When we got it, it had been sitting for a little while, so we took the tank, cleaned the tank out, took the carbs off, and our master mechanic, Mark Olson, just went through the carburetors, cleaned it, tuned the carburetors, put it back together. The tank had been sealed, and the seal had been sealed, so the inside of the tank is in good condition. The bike obviously has a Vance & Hines pipe on there. The rear tire is a Metzler ME1. It's been on the bike for a while, and if I was going to ride it, I'd put a fresh set of tires on it because there's a little bit of checking on the side. And at 165, 170 miles an hour, you don't want to be thinking about your tires. So if you're going to ride this a lot, I'd put a brand new set of tires on. The front tire also needs to be replaced. It's got some dry rot issues on it also, but that's just from sitting. Like I said, David owned probably 40 bikes, and we bought about half of them. So it has a brand new zero gravity screen on it, which looks awesome. And as you can tell from the photo shoots, well, the bike kind of speaks for itself cosmetically. It's beautiful. Has a brand new set of Pro Grip grips. Just stunning. Well, again, this is an evolution of the GPZ 1000, GPZ 1100. This is the bike that replaced it. This is the first perimeter frame, aluminum perimeter frame bike that Kawasaki came out with. And one of the things that really struck me about the bike, this is in 1988. This bike's 30 years old, but the body style on it, in my opinion, lacks nothing compared to today's brand new sport bikes. I think it's kind of a timeless design. The aluminum frame, fat rims, chain drive, and the color's off the hook. One of the nice things about the Ninja ZX10, this was the fastest production motorcycle you could buy in 1988 up until 1990. But it's got a riding position that I'm 53 years old. I'm an adult, so being bent over is not the right position, for long term. But this is the riding position is fairly neutral on it. I'm not all bent over. This is a bike you can ride in all-day comfort. The windscreen at 120 miles an hour, the windscreen blows the wind right off you. You can actually ride this in the rain at high speed and stay fairly dry because the air is so big on it. But just a fantastic bike. The speedometer reads 180 miles an hour. Tires right up. Tachometer, speedometer, horns, turn signals, everything works great on the bike. Just a fantastic machine. Let me give you enough yip yap. Let me give you a quick demo of this badass ride.
Yeah, the stop is the school bus up there.
I'm 53, and I think I might be a little old for this bike, but he was just a badass dude. He's in ridiculously good shape, works out all the time, rides a BMX bike, sharp as a tack, probably as sharp as any other 50-year-old. So he kept himself young by riding sport bikes like this, and he's a real deal. So God bless Mr. Kim, God bless Japan for building badass bikes like this. Mr. Kim was a mechanical engineer and also owned his own motorcycle restoration shop and repair shop. So it was owned by someone who knew what they were talking about. He went through the bike. I would say at this point, probably if you're gonna run the bike, put a new set of tires on it, put some new fork seals on it, maybe some new brake pads. Just do a general maintenance, and you're off to the races. The carbs already been done. He's just done the carbs, the air filter, the gas tank. Everything's beautiful there. The chain of sprockets is good, but like I said, new set of tires, maybe some fork seals, and send it. Definitely a bike that I'd be proud to display in the museum here. Original paint, Survivor, just a beautiful bike. A little bit of patina on the paint like you'd expect, a little bit of cracking, a little checking. It's a 30-year-old original factory paint job, a couple scratches in it, but I don't see any evidence of this bike ever being crashed, and that's a beauty. Kenny, is there anything I left off that you want to add about this ridiculously insane bike?
Well, I know you can tell in the video, but the exhaust note is just intoxicating.
Yeah,
but
that's the way to put it. It's insane. I caught the guy starting it in the shop down there just so you could hear it run. We're like, hey, you gotta hear this, you gotta hear this. We go through 50 bikes a month here, so you don't hear that too often. Our lead mechanic, Mark, said these Vance and Hines pipe from this era are notorious for having this absolutely crisp sound. So, how about shipping, Kenny?
Shipping, we can get East Coast under 450, West Coast under 600, overseas, you figure UK around 750, to the southern ports, Australia 1,000. Contact us for a quote, but shipping's very affordable. Don't let that scare you away.
So, like I said, we got high definition photos to blow up. You got the video to watch a couple times if you want. If you have any questions about the bike, call us 860-454-7024. 100% positive feedback. So we tell it like it is. This is a beautiful bike.
Clear title, all the documentation's in order on this bike.
No excuses on the docs. Title's nice and clean. Mr. Kim, all his bikes, the titles are clean.
Buy with assurance.
What's that?
Buy with assurance.
Buy with assurance, absolutely. The engine on this thing is off the hook, insanely fast. So, good luck bidding on this bike. I'm going to ride it back into the museum, put it on display. Any profits you make off this bike are going directly to the New England Motorcycle Museum. We've invested $6.5 million in the project so far. It's going to be a destination for motorcyclists worldwide. It's a gift to the motorcycle community from the Kaplan family for sure. So if you have any bikes you want to sell, we buy collections, 1 to 1,000, anything, vintage bikes, parts, memorabilia, fast sport bikes, anything. Mini bikes, we buy all kinds of stuff. We have plenty of space. So if you know a friend who's downsizing with Mr. Kaplan wants to sell a truckload of bikes, we just want to give us a call. Good luck bidding on this badass machine. God bless America. Exhaust note approved.